How to get over a man who does not love you back, or a man who has never loved you, but they were just using you and pretending all along. Today I'm doing my makeup, and I thought while I'm doing my makeup, let's just talk about how to get over men who do not love us. And I feel like for me, one of the biggest red flags was that I loved people who were incapable of loving me. But obviously, back then, I did not really know what love was supposed to be like. I thought that when someone is jealous and controlling, it means that they really care. I thought that I had to perform to be loved. I thought that I had to audition to be a wife or a wife material. I thought that I had to keep proving to people that I really love them, and then that way they can love me back, not knowing that in the process I was abandoning myself. So I'm saying all of this to say that I have so much compassion over my younger self who was just incapable of choosing the correct partners. I have so much compassion for my younger self who loved people who did not love her back because she thought that by loving someone it means that they will eventually love them back. And I thought that forgiving people who treat me bad meant that they'll really see that I'm really serious about them and not hurt me over and over and over again. Okay, so before I start rambling, the first thing that you need to do to get over someone who does not love you back is, okay, before we even get there, I think one of the best advice I can give to the women out there is, do not let a man tell you more than once that they do not want you. When they show you with their actions that they don't give a damn about you, you need to walk out, you need to choose yourself, you need to love yourself immediately. Don't allow yourself to be played over and over and over again. So the first thing you need to do is do affirmations. So every time you think about that man that has broken your heart, remind yourself that I am safe. Remind yourself that I am secure. Remind yourself that I am loved. Remind yourself that every time a man does not choose me, it means that God is protecting me. So I've always been chosen by God, because I think for me, one of the biggest things I couldn't get over was, why did this person not choose me? Like, am I not worthy? So remind yourself that you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are loved, you are safe, you are healing, you are whole. And my favorite one, that all things always happen for my highest good. Have you ever looked back at your ex and think, oh my goodness, I am so grateful. I'm so glad that it didn't work out with this person, because now you can see how much you've improved in your life. And for them, it's like they've just let themselves go. So know that it will make sense eventually. And remind yourself that you are safe, you are healing, you are love. You have always been chosen by God. You're beautiful, you're worthy. Okay? The second thing is, you need to start working on yourself. That inner child that you have abandoned so many times, you need to start giving it attention. All the attention that you have been seeking from the outside world, you need to give that to yourself. How do you give yourself attention? By looking yourself in the mirror and reciting affirmations to yourself on a daily basis until it feels normal for you, until you're able to look yourself in the mirror and think, oh my God, I love my eyes, or I love my forehead, or I love whatever feature that you love um, in your face. And instead of fixating on the pimples or the blemishes or the things that are just not perfect in your face, you look yourself in the mirror and you start appreciating that and saying that I'm so sorry, my inner child, for the times I neglected you. I'm so sorry for the times I abandoned you. Because one of the things that I did not know that I know right now is every time you choose to say yes to someone else while you want to say no, it means that you are saying no to yourself. That means that you are abandoning yourself, you are abandoning your inner child. So take time to be with your inner child. Do things that you feel like your inner child would love. It can be drawing, it can be being playful. And I think for those that have kids, it's really nice to play with your kids. And every time you're playing with your kids, you're not just doing that for your kids, you're also healing the parts of you that were broken. There's something profound that I've had recently where this lady was saying that every time you do something for your kid that you wish your parents had done for you, you are healing that part. And I remember this other day I was taking my daughter to the hair salon to do her hair, and I just remembered that my mom never really did that for me. And obviously, not because she didn't want to, but she didn't have means to do that. I used to always relax my hair at home, and I wasn't aware that by taking my daughter to the salon each and every month, I'm actually healing my inner daughter that is within me. And that was really nice to hear. Okay. And then the third thing that you need to do is you need to stop trying to win the story that is already closed. For the longest time, I wanted to prove to people that he's the one who broke my heart. I wanted to prove that I did the best that I could. I wanted to prove that I was there for him. I wanted to prove that he's the one who lied. All of those things, they don't matter because now the story has been closed. Stop trying to reopen that story and trying to appear as if you are the perfect person in that story. Allow yourself to be a villain if you have to. If that will help you to heal faster, allow people to construct stories that they want to construct about you, and know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he is telling the other people about you, about the things that you messed up. You don't need to explain yourself. You know your truth, you know your intentions, you know the things you've done and the things you didn't do, and that is fine. Remind yourself that it is not worth it because that story has been closed now, and now you're free and you're not a failure. And don't allow yourself to be stuck in that story trying to prove to everyone that you are not the villain. Okay. And then another point is you need to detox his energy from your life. Delete, block, remove his family members or his friends, or stay away from social media and follow. Just make sure that you allow yourself to have a clean slate. You don't need to be reminded of something that you're trying to heal from each and every minute. So detox from that, block, delete, unfollow, get rid of the gifts if you want to, or keep them or give them away. I don't know. Cleanse your mind. Remind yourself that you don't miss him, but you miss the potential, or you miss the dreams that you thought you were going to have with him. You miss the time that you've spent trying to work on that. Okay? Remind yourself each and every day. Cleanse your mind. And the more you do that, the more you will heal even faster. Okay? And then another one, which is my favorite, you need to remember who the F you are. Remember who you are. You are love. You are light. You are beautiful. When you know that you are love, you stop chasing love from people who are incapable of loving you. Because what happens when you try to chase love from people who who are not capable of loving you, you start to think that you're not worth it. You start to think that you are not lovable. But you need to reframe that and remind yourself that you are love. You made from love. You are God's creation, and God is love. The minute you remember who you are, the minute you remember who do you belong to, the minute you remember all the bad times that you've been through, that you have survived, the minute you remember how strong you are, the better and the easier it will be for you to heal. Okay, and then another one is you need to focus on your glow up. Sign up in that gym, go to gym consistently, eat clean. There's something that I heard from one of the books that I read where it was saying that every time you are feeling sad, ask yourself, did I take my meds? So what are your meds? M stands for meditation. E stands for exercise. D stands for diet, and S stands for sleep. So ask yourself, did I meditate today? Did I exercise today? And exercising doesn't have to be something that is difficult or hectic. It can be a walk, it can be yoga. Yoga is actually amazing. I love it so much. I do it on weekends and it helps me to stretch my body. It helps me to be mindful because it focuses so much on your breath and your movement. You can do Pilates. I love those as well. You can lift weights as well. Just do what you feel like works for you. You can even do swimming or cycling, whatever that you really love. Do that, and the more you do that, the more you will just glow up. You'll be so beautiful. And eat things that love you back. Eat veggies, eat fruits, drink water. Okay, stay away from alcohol for just a bit while you're healing, and just drink water. Go through your problems while you are sober. I know it's difficult. I know you want to numb your pain, but you are stronger than you think, and you can do this. Focus on your goals, learn something new, do something that you've always wanted to do. Dare yourself. Ask yourself, what is one challenge that I'd love to take on today? And go ahead and do that, and you'll just be so proud of yourself. Okay, so the next point is you need to talk to God about your pain. For me, I remember when I was in a difficult relationship, I did not pray that much. I did not worship that much. I remember if I were to play worship music, he would mock me. I should have known that was one of the red flags. But anyways, after I had gotten out, then I had to remember who my God is, and I started worshiping. I started praying. I started being close to God. And there is a verse in the Bible that I really love that says that God is like our vine and we are like the branches. So for me, I always think of a tree and the branches of the tree. So if you are the branch of the tree, the branch is nothing without the tree. The branch is useless without the tree. The branch cannot produce any fruits without being attached to the trunk. So allow yourself to cling to God, because it's just a branch and God is there waiting for you to just connect to Him. And the minute you connect to God, the minute you'll remember who you are, first of all, the minute you will remember that you're worthy, the minute you will remember that you are blessed and that you can do anything through Christ who will strengthen you. So connect with God, pray. If it's difficult to pray, as I know, like it was for me, you can just journal about your prayers, write it down, and just know that God knows your heart. And sometimes I feel like God just wants us to talk to Him, to tell Him that, God, I can't do this. I'm really struggling in this area. He knows that you're struggling, but you just have to admit to Him and then Ask him, how can you move forward from here? Okay. And then another one is you need to speak from the other side. Okay. So, what do I mean by this? So, remind yourself that you don't even want him anymore. You wanted love, right? And you know that you are love, so you don't need that broken love because you are love. You have God who loves you so much. Remind yourself that everything happens for a reason and that it might not make sense right now, but you know that all things always happen for your highest good. And when you remember the things that were really difficult for your life, the things or the times where you felt like you were not going to make it and you made it, that reminds you that you've got this. It reminds you that you can do anything and even this will pass. The last one that I want to say is you need to remind yourself that your life has seasons. You know how we have winter, summer, spring, and autumn. It does not matter how much you hate winter, it will not make it move any faster than it is moving. So, what you can do is instead prepare for winter and summer. It reminds me of at home where we grew up. So, what we do is we plant in summer so that in winter we can have food. So remind yourself that you cannot rush a season. So if you are in a season of pain right now, it will pass when the time is right. Allow yourself to be patient in that season. And then what you can do is you prepare for the winter while it's still summer by strengthening your life, strengthening your spirituality, reminding yourself that you are loved so that when times are really difficult, it's easy for you to remember that and you're not working from stretch from scratch and that you're not working from scratch, right? But you have built your self-esteem, you've built your confidence, you've built your self-love, and in difficult days it will be easy for you to just move out of that situation. Right? So when it is summer in your life, it means that it is time for you to build. It is time for you to ground yourself. It is time for you to work on yourself so that you can reap the fruits of that hard work in your winter seasons. Okay, I hope this helps. Let me know on the comment section below, especially if you know how to do makeup. How did I do here? How's my eyeshadow? I still don't know how to do the eyeliner. That's something that I'm going to learn, and I also struggle a bit with blending. So if you are a makeup artist or you're just good in makeup, please give me tips below. And then besides the makeup that I'm doing right here, just tell me, how did you get over someone who did not love you? And how did you know that this person does not love you? Because for me, I had moments where I was in a relationship with someone. And then now that I've healed, I think, oh my goodness, this person did not love me. They didn't just not love me. This person did not like me. Like, how crazy is that? That sometimes we end up tolerating nonsense from people who don't even like us. Because when someone is constantly putting you down, when someone is competing with you, when someone is destroying your self esteem, that person does not love you. But now it's not about them, it is about you asking yourself, why do I tolerate so much nonsense? What is it that is within me that is so broken that I allow people to treat me like trash? What is this void in my heart that I'm trying to fill with this person that I know is just not right for me. Okay. Okay, my video just got blurry there while I was doing my makeup. So just let me know what you think of this, and do you like this kind of videos where I just talk while I'm doing something different? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a day as beautiful as you are. Remember, I love you so much. You are worthy, and have a great day. Okay, now bye.